Yeah. Huh? Yeah, nah, I get it. What I'm saying is, why would you even want to do something like that? Why would you even use something like that? Huh? Oh, what I'm trying to do is figure out why would you want to use InDesign? Check it out. What's good? What's the word? How y'all doing? I'm great. Hope you feeling the same. I am V. I'm your host for today, and today we're gonna talk about why you should use InDesign. Now, when I first started, I was like, I got Illustrator, I got Photoshop. Why am I using InDesign? Then it hit me.
We're sorry, all circuits are busy.
InDesign is used for layouts. And in Illustrator and Photoshop, you can make your grids and draw your rulers and all that, but in InDesign, it's kind of built in. So I'm gonna tell y'all my top 5 reasons for using InDesign. Number 1 will be magazine layout. Now, until you have to actually do like magazines or books or pamphlets, you don't really see the beauty in how these words are laid out along with pictures and columns and stuff like that. But InDesign is a real powerful tool, a real powerful program for this type of design because the words need to flow. And sometimes you need pictures, right? So these words need to flow with these pictures, and it needs to make sense to the reader reading from left to right, or sometimes seeing a picture on the left, words on the right, words at the bottom, and coming back. So the page needs to have some type of flow to it, right? That's what InDesign is for. In InDesign, you can make columns very simply. You can have margins already in place for all type of documents, and you can set up your own personal margins as well. But they have presets for like paper size, envelope size, stuff like that. They got presets for that. But that's my number 1 reason for using InDesign, and it is for magazine, pamphlet, brochure layouts. It's really great. And that brings me to my number 2 reason why you should use InDesign, which would be flyer layout. Now, a lot of times you'll be tasked with making flyers, especially first starting out. Like flyers is a thing. Making a flyer in InDesign is very simple because you can have placeholders. You can have a placeholder for an image, placeholder for text, placeholder for surrounding images without having nothing there actually, but these little placeholder boxes. And you can see how the layout is gonna go before you even start trying to get into designing the actual like objects in the flyer. At the top is gonna be such and such presents. In the middle is gonna be a big picture that expands the whole width of the flyer. At the bottom is gonna be words saying the location. At the bottom, under that is gonna be another picture that kind of attaches to the first picture. You see what I'm saying? But you could just put these boxes here in InDesign. So before you even know what type of pictures you're gonna use, you know how the flyer is gonna look. And that helps you find the type of pictures that you need to use. So that's my number 2 reason for using InDesign. Number 3 goes right into what I was just saying, is that when you have these placeholders for your images, you can import an image just by clicking that image and dragging it into that placeholder, which means that you don't have to do anything extra. The placeholder is there, you take the image and put it right in there. And you can size that image in that placeholder box without even adjusting the box. So 90% of your work is done if you get the placeholders right? And then you just find images and you can keep swapping them out. It's not just one, you can just keep swapping them out until you find the right image for your flyer or postcard or whatever you have. Number 4 is for people who make documents. Now, as simple as it seems, somebody has to make these documents, right? Like, I'm talking about documents like signing paperwork. Somebody has to make these documents, and sometimes these documents are available online. Where do you think they come from? They come from graphic designers, exactly. But they were made in InDesign. In InDesign, you can make PDFs and you can make PDF interaction objects. So say at the bottom of my document, I want you to sign right here. I can make a PDF with a signature box that will not let you save or send this document without signing the signature box. It's required. You know what I'm saying? You can make check boxes in InDesign, like multiple choice, A, B, C. You can click A. You know what I'm saying? You can make clickable objects in InDesign and export them as PDFs, interactive or for print. So that's another big reason to use InDesign. Big, like corporations use this all the time. Which brings me to my last point. Point number 5, which would be export features. Now in InDesign, you can export as PDFs, you can export as JPEGs, PNGs, interactive PDFs. And these PDFs are really major because it's hard to export great PDFs in any other program. So that's major. I mean, if you make a flyer in InDesign, bam, you can export it as a JPEG. If you make a pamphlet in InDesign, bam, you can export it as a JPEG. You know, PDF, however the vendor needs it, you can export it as that. So that's my 5th reason for using InDesign, is because of the export features. Oh, also included in the export features, there's a way that you could package. You could package your design, and that means that, like, if I used a random font that people don't have on their computer, I put it in a package. So now if the next person needs to use this design, they will already have a font included with the package, you know, with the design, instead of having to go look for this font or just replace it altogether, you know, because it could be a real cool font. And those are the top reasons to use InDesign. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's more than that, but those are my top 5 reasons to use InDesign. And that's the topic for today, y'all. Hope I taught you something. Hope you learned something. If you got anything else to input, hit me in the comments. Hit me in the DMs. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I'm on Snapchat now. I'm out here getting it. Look, man, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I am V, Clay Vision Design. See y'all next time. Peace.